Hold on, my phone is ringing. Hello? Oh, my friends from Morocco's calling me, everybody. Oh my God, this is the right timing. You know what? I'm about to cook a Moroccan dish. You know, I guess it's Moroccan. Is that how y'all say it over there? Anyway it goes, it's gonna be a Moroccan chicken thigh. Oh yes, yummy. All right, I'll tell everybody else that you guys approve over there. All right, thank you. Let's go. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to another great episode of Cooking with Rico Show. You know what, everybody? We're taking it today to Morocco. The dreams of where I want to be, just to cook for you guys. That's right, everybody. So we're going to make a Moroccan dish today, and it is going to be, wow. You know what? I'm going to tell you right now what we're making. We're making Morocco chicken thighs, olives, onion, cebolla, sweet onions. Yes, we're gonna throw some tomatoes. We're gonna throw some garlic. We're gonna make it nice and fun, and also it might have a little spice and kick to it, but let's get it on. Here we go. All right, everybody, so let's get right into it because we got a lot of ingredients that we actually have for this. So what we're gonna do is this. I have chicken thighs. I have at least 5, everybody. I have 5 chicken thighs. Spices is so good, and you're gonna feel this kick to it because we're going to actually have all of these spices specifically for the chicken thighs. I got 2 teaspoons coriander. Oh man, coriander is so freaking good. Teaspoon of ground cumin. We do have a teaspoon of turmeric. Yes, turmeric it is. I do have a tablespoon of sweet paprika. You can use regular paprika as well too. It works. 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I have a 1/4 teaspoon of none other than ground cinnamon. Just, you know, I think a 1/4 teaspoon, you can use a little bit more if you want to. A 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. All right, everybody, so I do have a cup of chicken broth. Ooh, this is gonna work out really well. I'm gonna use 4 cloves of garlic. We're gonna mince that up. I have, of course, you see I have 14 and a half ounces of diced tomatoes. So now I'm gonna put 15, so I have actually 2 cans. So I'm gonna actually put that in a nice bowl. You know what's gonna give us a nice flavor is those pitted olives. The pitted olives, make sure you don't have the little red within it, everybody. Make sure it's just the pitted, it's just hollow, right? I got the medium size. You wanna keep it nice and medium because you're gonna be putting it all around. Of course, we have limon, right? We have the lemon. So once we cut this up, we're gonna use that right on top of the sauce itself. And of course, what other thing do we have here is something to cry for, onions. Yeah, so we're gonna chop up some onions, sweet onion here, everybody, so we give a nice little onion taste there. And then I'm gonna have it with a side of rice, so that'll be cooking in the back end. Use a rice cooker or however you want to, but basmati rice. Put some nice little butter, some salt, boil it all up. I'm gonna put it all together. Now, of course, we're gonna bake this as well. Let's get to cooking. Let's go. All right, so let's start mixing our spices together. This is our blend that we're gonna actually coat the chicken thighs. So we're gonna put everything in a nice little bowl here. Gotta have that turmeric. But you know that turmeric also helps with inflation. So it's really good to actually have turmeric. If you can actually like drink this with, some people drink it with water, but you can also have a nice little drink to go, non-alcoholic drink to go along with it. So turmeric actually is really good for you. So we're having it in our food, so hopefully it tastes really good for you. Another tip that I'm gonna add in here, we're gonna add in, when we do the onions, we're going to add in a little bit more of cumin, right? And some paprika as well too. All right, so I'm just gonna mix this all together. Look at that, a nice little flavor here. Oh, that's gonna look really, really well. You know, I'm throwing a bonus. You know, we have onions and we also have garlic. Let's throw in some carrots. Why not? Let's throw in some carrots, you know. My producers are like, let's do it. All right, so I'm gonna throw in some carrots in here as well. So let's get the coating. Now, what I'm gonna do is, of course, we're gonna use our fingers and make sure, of course, you washed your hands. Now, of course, make sure you rinse off your chicken thighs too. Don't just take them directly out of the package and think that everything is okay. It's not. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the seasoning on both sides. So we're gonna start off and rub, and I'm gonna see it actually have that nice little coat. And if you need to put more, please put more. You might have some on your cutting board, but make sure you smother this all over. Make sure you rub that in. Because once we start to sear, you'll see exactly the browning from the spices in the actual pan, as well as, and I'm using cast iron. So you can use a non-stick, but cast iron, you know, I love the cast iron love. And always pay attention to chicken thighs, any meat that you're actually rubbing on, make sure you get it all in. It's the nooks and crannies, yes. And if you're making a mess in the kitchen, good job. Good job. That means the food's gonna come out really well. All right, so we're gonna flip this over. On this side, nice and easy. Do this on this side as well too. Now this will take a little bit, but make sure you rub it all in and take your time. You want this food to come out really good. You want to definitely taste the spices and the seasoning on the chicken thighs here. Now when we actually sear it, we're gonna actually have this on medium high, right? Because all we're doing is searing. And then what we're gonna do after I rub this all in, we're gonna put our oven on to 400. And then we're gonna let that heat up. So when it's ready, we're ready to go. You know what we're gonna do? I love making modifications, right? Because modifications are good. Only with the spices, you're still gonna get that Moroccan taste of the chicken thighs. So you remember I told you I'm gonna actually have a half teaspoon of cumin and paprika. We're gonna use what we have left over here. And then what we'll do is we'll add that to the carrots as well as the onions and also the garlic. So since I have a little bit left over, we'll use that. That way you don't have to go back into the cupboard and grab some more. You already have it. All right, let's get the frying, everybody. Let's go. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna set our, now I have an induction cooker, so if you're doing it, of course, on the actual stove itself, medium high. So we're searing. So you want to make sure that when we sear this, it goes really well. 3 minutes per side, okay? So I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I recommend olive oil, of course, not just because it's healthy, but you're gonna get a nice sear to this with olive oil. It also will give you a little bit of flavor too. So, and we'll keep this here because we're gonna use this again. All right, we're gonna let that heat up as well. So, one of the reasons why I like cooking this dish is because the international flavor of the Moroccan, they use olives, kind of like, you know, what Cubans use as far as in picadillo. But I like the Moroccan flavor. They actually use a lot of great sauces that they put together. So it's one of the reasons why I really like cooking, but also just the culture behind it as well. Very good people. Very good, humble people. They're really lovable, and I just love the Moroccan families. Yes, they're really welcoming as far as into the home, and it's just awesome. Awesome, and that's why I like to cook this behind the culture as well. All right, so I think we are ready. My induction cooker is ready to go, so I'm gonna put this actually on flat side, and we should be able to, there we go. I'm gonna get that nice sear. We'll see if we can fit this all in one. These are pretty big, so see if we can get that nice little sear here. Might be able to get it. Might be able to get it. See if we can get that there. All right, so we're gonna let that go for 3 minutes per side. All right, so while this is actually going, I am going to focus on mincing 4 cloves of garlic. So we're gonna mince these babies. Let's go. All right, so we got that minced up all the way. Push this over to the side. All right, check on our sear. Nice. Nice. Gonna let it sear for 3 minutes on the other side there. All right, wash this off. Let's get to the onions. All right, so let's get these sweet onions going. So we're gonna dice up some onions here. One thing about sweet onions, they're sweet. They're so nice. They don't make you cry as much, but you know, for me, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But man, it's one thing I love about chopping up onions is that you're gonna be happy doing it. That's what it is. You're gonna chop these babies up, and we just start going crazy, baby. Of course, there's multiple ways of chopping, but we're gonna get them nice and dicey. All right. I think my sear is good on my chicken. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these to the side and finish chopping up these onions. Nice little sear. Move this over to the side here. What we're gonna do is once we put that in the oven, it's gonna come out tender. So tender and juicy. I'm gonna let those go for a little bit more. While I finish cutting up my onions, and my oven is ready. You know, sweet onions are so sweet to me, I didn't even cry. And it's ready. Go. Nice. Nice little sear to it. Nice. So what we're gonna do is gonna add another tablespoon. Should get this around. I'm gonna add another tablespoon of olive oil, and let's saute our onions. I'm gonna let this saute for at least 2 minutes. And if you need to add a little bit more of olive oil, please do so. But I think you should cover it up with that 1 tablespoon of 1 whole onion. All right. Let's get to our carrots. All right, so now we're gonna add in our garlic. We're gonna add in our carrots. We're gonna add in our seasoning. So remember the seasoning I told you guys about. I'm gonna mix this all together, and we're gonna do this for like 4 minutes. Well, I tell you, the seasoning is amazing. I'm gonna add in a little bit more. Olive oil. Because I don't want it to stick and I don't want it to burn. And now I'm gonna turn this down a little bit to medium now. Once I added that in there, I want it to burn. Just gonna let that sit for 4 minutes. So now we're gonna put in, once that finishes, we're gonna start adding in our lemon. And then we're gonna add in our diced tomatoes and our chicken broth. Let's go. Now I'm gonna let that simmer. I'm gonna let that die down just a little bit because I know we sauteed the onions. Now I have the onions actually still sauteing a little bit, so I brought the heat down. I brought it down to medium. So make sure you bring that down to medium and you should be fine. You should be good to go. Then we're gonna let this simmer for a little bit and then we're gonna put this in the oven. Ready to go. We'll be back. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to add in our chicken broth now. We're gonna add our chicken broth here. Then we're gonna add in our tomatoes, diced tomatoes. Now remember I have 14.5, so I'm gonna add in just a little bit more of chicken broth here. If I can get it open. Just a little bit. Okay, gonna stir this around. Smells so good. Lemon. Whew. Yes. We have lemon, everybody. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add in our lemon, the juice itself. It's gonna give us a nice flavor here. And what we're gonna do is the lemon slices, we're gonna actually have that on the side. So I'm gonna cut this in 4s. So we're gonna have that off to the side here. Okay, so now we're gonna let that simmer just for a little bit there. Two more minutes. Then we're gonna nestle the chicken in there. Might do something different. You know how I'm modifying everything. But I don't want it too much lemon in there, so I might take that out for my case, but you may leave it in. But I'm gonna let this simmer just for a couple minutes, then we're gonna put this back in. We'll be back. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the chicken back in, and we're gonna nestle. I love that word, nestle. I'm gonna nestle this back in the sauce. It's time to get saucy, baby. It's gonna come out good. Wow, it's gonna come out really good. I'll throw a little juice in there. Why not? Okay, so we're gonna add in our olives now. Oh, man, so good. So good. So good. Now I didn't add figs. You can also add figs into it. Figs also gives it another nice taste to it. But I didn't add figs in it, so you can actually add figs. So I'm gonna turn this off. I think I am ready to add in, I'm actually just do 4. See how this comes out. All right, so now it's time to add this into our oven. 400 degrees, ready to go. "30 minutes, that's all we got. And we'll come back and we'll get ready to eat. I'm sure you're ready. All right, let's go. Ole! All right, everybody, so now we're ready to see what it looks like. See what it looks like. Here we go. Oh my God, wait till you guys see this. This is beautiful. Oh, wow. Wow, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this, a little bit, because I want the juices to get all in there as well. Look at that. Oh man, this is gonna be delicious. Look, it's so tender, it's falling off already. You gotta dip. Man, this is so good. Hope yours came out the same way, but hey, let's start plating and let's get something to eat. Let's go. Okay, so now it's time for me to taste this. So I'm gonna take a nice piece here. Now, of course, you have to put all of the juices and everything that goes along with it on top. Gotta have the juices. Gotta have the juices. I'll do a little bit more of, yeah. There we go. Okay. Let's see what this tastes like. Let's see. Now, of course, you can add in, oh man, that's just so tender. I can just tell it's gonna be so good right now. Wow. So good. Wow. I gotta eat some more. Sorry. I hope you're eating along with me. Please eat along with me, because I just don't like eating in front of people, especially on camera. Woo! That's good. Woo. All right. Another great international episode, Moroccans. My people from Morocco, thank you for blessing me with this dish. And I'm so happy because all of the spices right now is opening up my pores. It feels so good right now. I feel so good. No wonder you guys are always happy. All of these spices, you can just dance and do whatever. I think the turmeric is catching up. But thank you guys so much for tuning into the Cooking with Rico show. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also Instagram at Cooking with Rico show. Make sure you go ahead and follow us there. We're having a great time. Until next time, everybody. See you later.